bullshit. I think he just doubled down. Now, there is this casting notice going around. Teresa is in literally like the 5 stages of grief here in the denial stage. There is this casting notice going around that, some casting companies looking for fabulous New Jersey families in New Jersey where it's like the matriarch is strong and everybody is going crazy and said, this sounds like Housewives to me. Someone told me Melissa posted it on her Instagram. I haven't seen that, and I don't know if that's really true. But I heard that Teresa is going around. This is from a pretty reliable source. I heard that Teresa is going around excited by this casting notice, which has nothing to do with her, where she's saying, like, oh God, this is great. They're finally getting around to casting my show. So, in the 5 stages of grief, oh my God, Teresa, you are in the denial stage. Now, mind you, I also would like, so people now are probably saying, well, David, how can New Jersey be canceled if there's a casting notice? Isn't that the opposite of everything you just said? Here's my question. Where on this casting notice does it say that this is for the Bravo network? This is what happens. Blogs get so excited. I think people, it's like fan fiction. You ever read the fan fiction? People get so excited. They want things to be true. There's nowhere on this casting notice where it says this is for RHONJ. Nowhere. So everything is greenlit because of something else. The Valley is greenlit because of Scandival. Shaw's The Valley is greenlit because of The Valley. Once something works, we greenlit something else, okay? Ladies of London is greenlit because Jax and Kristen are back. Same thing. The nostalgia is in. So isn't it possible that, there's another network? Look, they're not going to have Housewives. That's trademark. You can't call it that. We had MTV do the Real Friends of WeHo. They tried the gay version of the Housewives. Huge failure. Isn't there another network that is somehow trying to put together some type of New Jersey show now that New Jersey is off the air? It's not going to be Rhode Island. We're still going to have Rhode Island. But to me, this opens, it's an opening at MTV. I doubt it's right for MTV. TLC, the We Network. Like, I mean, there's other networks, Lifetime, there's other networks that do reality that maybe E, although I don't think it's NBC. So I think another network is trying to maybe figure something out to do something. It's not going to be Housewives. It's probably not going to feel the same. But I think with Jersey being gone, it leaves an opening for some type of Jersey show. We had Jersey Housewives. We had Jersey Shore. It's still, so there's like a hole in the Jersey market now. I don't know why everyone has taken this casting notice to think that it means New Jersey is casting. I heard Teresa is in the denial stage of grief, and she thinks this is a good sign that now we're casting a show around her. That's a pretty big leap, Trey, and I understand PTSD is real. I get it. So, and by the way, Andy hated when this reporter was asking him and making these, because she pushed back. She's like, I don't get it. Well, this sounds just like Jersey. And he's like, I don't know what to say. So there's that. I mean, I would say Teresa should start realizing that it's over. I mean, can you apply? And this is no shade. Can you apply for unemployment? We've all been on unemployment at one point in our life, right? I think what is unemployment? Like 6 something a week? That's not bad. Can Dolo apply? Can Teresa apply? I don't know. It's a real question, actually. So, I mean, even if the job does come back, you still get it when you're not working, right? I'm not even trying to be too harsh, but that's what I see. And it's really funny that this casting, I'd like to see if Melissa really did post it, but I think it's for another network. I think Teresa's in the 5 stages of grief, thinking that this posting is applying to her and that now they're recasting her show around her. Girl, even if it is Bravo, I don't know how. I mean, this is like the arrogance that we just talked about with Sonja. You really think that, like, this notice, which has nothing to do with you, means that you have a job? Delulu. I mean, look, Margaret is out there, Jackie, Dolo, even Melissa. I think everyone has accepted. I mean, Fessler's begging for a job. Very unbecoming of you, Miss Fessler. But I think maybe everyone else other than Teresa has accepted it's over. The other thing that I really just thought of is, it's so weird. This is not I don't know what made me just think of this, but and then we'll wrap up. This is not a push for the psychic source, even though I love the psychics at the psychic source. And you could get a reading for 57 cents a minute, $20 for 35 minutes with code Velvet. But I think it was Psychic Raquel. I have no idea what episode. When this whole thing came out about Louis and Teresa's taxes and all of that, we did a show. I don't know what show it was. I'll have to go find it if anyone cares. But we did a show. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. And she predicted, I sneeze, guys. I'm in the Hamptons. There's fucking trees outside, okay? She predicted that Louis and Teresa would stay together through all the tax problems, but she said they're going to have a lot of changes in their like staff. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like someone got them into this mess. She's like, no, but when people have economic problems, not like that they weren't going to be able to afford the staff, although I think that's part of it, but that when there's money problems, it affects you, so it ruins a lot of marriages. She was like, it's not going to ruin Teresa and Louis' marriage. They're gonna start taking it out on people that work for them, and heads are gonna roll. And I'm like, really? Now this is on air. This is like weeks ago. I don't know if this is true, but a very reliable source told me this. This was weeks ago. I can't believe I forgot to share this with you. Like maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks after the psychics told me this on air, you guys can listen to it. Someone called me unsolicited who was very close to the situation and said, where is Teresa's assistant? There's this woman, Carrie Ann. She's booked a lot of Teresa's live shows. Now, Teresa's still doing the live shows and the meet and greets. But she was like, I have I know for a fact Carrie Ann is not employed by Teresa anymore. And I'm like, really? This is like if you guys fired like a long time assistant that you have had for like decades. Now, I don't know if this is true. I haven't really looked into it, but she's like, look at all the pictures and they're not in pictures together anymore. And I'm like, interesting. So I don't know. This person called me and said Teresa fired this assistant. Now, we all know about Teresa and her lawyer. So then I just started going down. This is really weeks ago. I can't believe I forgot to tell you this. Maybe you guys are bored with this story. Then I went down a rabbit hole and I'm like, we haven't heard anything about Teresa and her lawyer again. Now, watch, because they listen to this show. So, Teresa and the lawyer, go ahead and do your post now if you're still together. But the more I looked into it, I don't think Teresa's with the lawyer anymore. Now, I don't know if that's true either. But I think Teresa fired this assistant and this lawyer. Now, they listen to this show. Now, it's Tuesday. What is today? Tuesday the 13th? Let's see if they post in an hour. Let's see if Teresa posts her and the assistant tomorrow or her and the lawyer the day after. I guarantee you they will. Hi, Teresa's lawyer. But I heard she doesn't have them anymore. Regardless, I heard that she is in the 5 stages of grief and is running around telling everyone that this casting notice is to cast the entire thing around her. Andy has doubled down. He is talking about Italian Americans. And up until I heard this interview, I don't know. I said it was Italian Americans because I know the people in the mix here, but I didn't realize this was confirmed. It was Italian Americans. And when I heard that, I'm like, we're not going to have two shows that are the exact same. And Sonja, you are disgusting. Look, it's good for the owner of the restaurant. He is now posting and she is banned. Max Tucci has said that she's banned. And I would love to know what restaurants are paying her. Nobody wants you to do a fucking social media post. Guys, pick the hottest restaurant in your town, wherever you are. Picture how hard it is to get in. Now it's New York City. Multiply that times like 100. It doesn't work that way. My friend here works at a restaurant in the Hamptons. People come up to him. You know how he makes money? All summer, people come up. Do you have a table? They don't. They're like, are you sure you don't have a table? They slip him $250. At the end of the night, my friend shows me wads and wads and wads. I'm like, holy shit. I should get a job working at a fucking restaurant. You can't get into any of these restaurants in the Hamptons in the summer. I mean, if you know people, you could. But otherwise, if you're famous, you could. Otherwise, people are slipping. There's literally no tables all of a sudden for $250. There's a table. That's how it works. Nobody needs your free fucking publicity, Sonja Morgan. I'm sorry, I'm riled up, guys. I love you all. It's a Tuesday. We'll talk soon. Mwah. Bye.